All right, so this is the hand wrap dressing video.
Take two.
No, it's final take, final take. Go ahead.
I'm going to demonstrate for you the efficacy of something called hand wrap. It's a material that's integral to a good hand dressing. The basic principle behind a good hand dressing is to get even pressure over the hand. And were I to wrap this hand with a piece of cloth of any kind, I would create 100% of the pressure on the radial side of the index metacarpal and on the ulnar side of the little metacarpal. My glove duplicates what a wrap would do. The pressure is all here and here, and indeed the palm has a vacuum or a dead space that would be conducive to hematoma, were you to do for instance, a Dupuytren's. So the first principle of the hand dressing is to build up the anterior and posterior diameter. We do that with a series of fluffs or something similar. Mechanics waste is an old style that would do it. I'm using one fluff in the front, two fluffs in the back, and then we take a material to hold the pressure we're going to apply. Were I to use an ACE bandage, the ACE is elastic, it tends to tighten with time, it produces edema in the tissues distal to wherever you have the ACE bandage. It can even create a situation that might be conducive to pre-dystrophy with edema in the intrinsic tunnels for the small muscles of the hand. If you were to use a bias cut stockinette, which most hospitals have available, it's loose and it contains almost no elasticity in the weave and stretches out and loosens up very quickly after application. This is what we call hand wrap. Hand wrap is a specially designed material that has a limited amount of stretch and holds the pressure you apply even if you leave the dressing on for up to 2 weeks. Hand wrap is easily identified because everyone is individually inspected and a green dot is applied to each wrap that tells you it's hand wrap. And if one lands on your OR table, you know immediately the hospital is passing off one of their inferior materials for hand wrap if it doesn't have the green dot. In any case, we wrap the hand once we get the fluffs in place, and our principle here is to just make the PA diameter of the fluffs and dressing slightly larger than the lateral diameter. And we're going to add a fluff to the top, put a little gauze between the fingers. No areas of the dressing should have skin against skin. And the pressure we apply now, depending on what kind of a wound we're treating, will remain until we change this dressing. And very quickly done, that would be a dressing, for instance, for a carpal tunnel. Now you see the lateral diameter is about the distance between my two thumbs. The AP diameter now is quite a bit more than that. So all of the pressure that the hand wrap has instilled into the fluffs is in the AP diameter where we need the pressure in the hand. If this were a tendon or bone construction, we would add a plaster splint to the back of this and another piece of hand wrap around that. And that's the material that does the job. Thank you.